Hello everyone. In today's episode we're going to install an Edelbrock carburetor on the 77 Century. Stay tuned. So like I said, in today's episode we're going to install an Edelbrock carburetor on the 77 Century. I believe this is 750 CFM. It's the 1411. It comes with an electric choke. So I got an adapter plate that has to go on as well. So I ordered all that. The Quadrajet that I installed isn't working, still isn't working right, even after I did a quick rebuild on it. So hopefully we can make this all work. Yeah, we'll get to it. First, we'll get the Quadrajet off. Alright, so this is some random one I found on Amazon. It says it's a Quadrajet to Holley or Edelbrock style adapter. And it says it can go either direction. So I'm going to assume, that looks like the Quadrajet bottom, so I'm going to put it that way. Yeah, so it should go that way, and then the Edelbrock carburetor should go on top. It comes with a couple of gaskets. That should be the right one. There. And a selection of nuts and bolts. And some threaded rod. So, I'm going to lose it all over the place. That was well done. Okay. Let's see if we can find all the parts I just dropped. Alright, I think that's everything. That I dropped. Yeah, looks about right. Alright, so there's no instructions. So I'm going to guess that you use these little Allen head bolts to attach it down to the intake. Maybe. Yeah, and then I think you put these through here so that they're up, so that then the carburetor can sit down and you can put a nut on them. I think that's how this goes. We will find out here real quick. I'm actually going to go grab the carburetor and just double check a couple things. That's interesting. Technically this should bolt directly to the intake, but everybody says you need this adapter. for linkage clearance. That's going to be in my way regardless. This one here. Well, I think the reason you need this is for clearance on some of the linkage, but I do have a problem with this. These two vacuum lines, which aren't hooked to anything, are going to be in the way. So, see here. I'm going to have to do something about that. If I can just bend them out of the way. That might have been enough. Okay. Right. Go find ourselves an Allen key for these. So I put this on without actually checking any of the settings. It's straight out of the box, so we'll see how that works. The adapter's bolts for the that came up, they're a little short. I can't get a washer on them, just the nut. So hopefully that's good enough for now. Now we got to figure out the linkage over here. On the Quadrajet, this goes onto a little post and it's held on by a little clip. You can get an adapter, I think it's for this hole here. I'm not sure. We'll have to see if I get full pedal movement, but for now we're going to see if we can hook it up to that hole. I think I'm just going to see if I can find a little bolt and nut set. See if I can get that on there. I might have already said, but they make a little adapter for this spot to go from the Edelbrock linkage to the linkage for the Rochester Quadrajet. But all I used was like a screw-headed bolt, a couple extra nuts, and a wing nut here. Hopefully that stays on there. I had to use a couple extra nuts here to clear this part of the linkage. If this doesn't stay tight, I might have to move this over a little bit. But for now, I think it should work. Tried the pedal and pushed the gas pedal to the floor, and it opens wide open, so it all moves freely at the moment. So yeah, we will might have to find something else through there, because actually that is, I think it keeps coming. Yeah, it's going to work itself loose, I think, but we will see. But for now, we'll give this a try. So I'm going to hook up the the vent lines and vacuum lines, and then I need to make a longer fuel hose to go all the way back over there. So I'm going to have to go see if I have any extra fuel hose kicking around. But yeah, so it works so far. I made a new fuel line. It's a little longer than probably needs to be, but that's fine. I got a new line for the distributor, and this one I used the old one, but it's a little short, so I might have to replace that eventually. It doesn't seem to interfere with the linkage or anything, but down the road I might need to replace that. I almost forgot about, there's a port on the back here of the Edelbrock carburetor, right down there. I almost forgot to put that plug in, because I don't need to use that port. And there's a plug that's supplied, but I almost forgot to put it in. And it's a little Allen key head that needs to go in. So the only thing left to hook up is the choke, the electric choke. But I think I don't think it'll make much difference. I'm going to try to start it, and I'm going to take a few tries just to get fuel up to it. I haven't touched any of the settings on it, so I think I'll see if I can get it to start up as is. If not, I'll play around with it a bit. But yeah. So, straight out of the box, no tuning, nothing, threw it on, turned the key, cranked a little bit to get fuel up to it, started right up, and idles, just like that. Now, I'm probably going to have to do some tuning, probably adjust the timing and maybe the mixer screws a little bit, but so far, just means that we're running right good. Let's see what. So after playing around with it for a bit, adjusting the timing and whatnot, I think it sounds pretty good. So I think next we'll have to take it for a spin and see how she does under actual load. Now before, as soon as I put her in gear, it would die. Steering pump might need a tightening on that belt. There we go. I don't need to be in the shot all now.
Oh, it's either that or the neighbors.
She's definitely got more pep to it. We don't have a ton of gas. We don't have a ton of gas, so we probably won't go far. But she's already much more responsive than she used to be. Before it would have just died when I did that.
Before it would have died every time you tried to move it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, am I done filming?
Yeah, a little bit more. Go anywhere? Want to go anywhere?
Not really. Probably go to the gas station.
No, I didn't bring my wallet, so that's not happening. So we'll just zip around a bit. Go on a longer trip later. Still very noisy with all the rattles and bangs, but I think now it might actually be drivable.
Yes. Although, I think we're going to have to old-fashioned my entry. Closing the door is sort of a nightmare. You'll have to wait for me to be seated and then close it for me.
Yeah, I gotta get fix the door panels and stuff on this.
Yep.
I gotta fix this window.
Yep.
And eventually gotta get a new windshield.
Yep. Are we all up to just cosmetic stuff then?
Well, for the near future, probably.
Because I gotta say, that was a very smooth drive. It wasn't long.
No, it's not
And
a
I
long
don't
drive.
know
I need more gas before going on a long drive.
Well, even just,
And I gotta double check.
across town or something, right?
Yeah, I gotta double check all the signal lights and stuff to make sure all the lights work. there we go. Runs, drives, much better than used to. Actually has a nice peppy get up and go now. If I do any other driving or anything, maybe I'll put it in here. So I think that'll be it for this episode of Just the Gearhead. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.